Well, look, we're thrilled to have Noel and Sue and 22 children and 13 grandchildren, of course, in the full extended family. 18 of the family are joining us now. We're going to try and introduce as many of you as we can. We've got parents, Sue and Noel, of course, alongside Millie and her new husband, Harley. They've got their 3 children, Chester, Elodie and Ophelia. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Winning.
Yeah.
We've also got child number 8, Katie, who's got little Ronnie on her lap there, who's making his presence felt. It's lovely to see you all.
And then we've got numbers 20, 21 and 22. That's Archie, Bonnie and Heidi. As well as number 13, 3 to 16. That's Max, Tilly, Oscar and Casper. And last but not least, numbers 18 and 19, Hallie and Phoebe. Good morning,
everybody.
to you all.
Morning.
Can I just say, first of all, I have 2 little lads. To get them out the house in the morning is a nightmare. Congratulations for managing to do this.
Oh, it is a mission.
What are mornings like in your house?
They're chaos. Like getting the kids up. I mean, there's some that definitely don't want to get out of bed, mentioning no names. Oscar.
Who doesn't want to get out of bed over there?
Yeah.
Is it you?
And then getting them their breakfast, and then there's always missing shoes.
Always.
Can't
I was just
find
going
a
to say, there's
coat.
always a shoe missing, isn't there?
Yeah.
Always one.
I can imagine. And how many times do you have to tell them to put their shoes on?
So you say, all right, everyone, coats and shoes on, then you go around tidying the house or the kitchen or something, you come back, they're still sat there. No shoes, no coats on. Oh, no.
I say that 5 times.
Yeah.
We're just passing Ronnie out so he can have a little bit of a walk around the studio. Vix is taking control. You're in charge now,
Come
Vix.
on, Vix, you can do it.
It's just such a fabulous thing to see you all here together, Sue and Noel. Let's just ask, because we talked about Christmas and how magic Christmas is. How was Christmas at the Radfords? How many of you were there? What was the intensity like?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So we had Millie, Harley and their 3 children came, and then we had Sophie,
Joe and their
Joe
3.
and their 3 kids as well. So I think there was 30 of us in total, and it was bedlam, but it was amazing. Like, Christmas is just such a magical time in our house.
Who does the cooking?
And that's me.
You did it
I did the
all?
cooking, yeah. So myself and Tilly, wherever she is, she helped me prep the night
She's there.
before.
Well done, Tilly.
And then just, Christmas Day, I just get on with it. But it's
okay,
I always
I'll
say it's
pass it
just
in
a
a
Sunday roast, isn't it? With
Yeah,
parsley.
well,
Yeah,
for
you
30.
say that.
I know,
But like, how many roast potatoes did you do?
Oh, we had loads. We had 2 turkeys, a gammon and a piece of beef.
Right.
And loads
And
of
it all
pigs.
How many
went.
pigs in blankets, though? Does everyone get enough pigs in blankets?
No, they went wrong this year.
Oh, did they?
They were a disaster. But never mind.
And you've also got 8 dogs knocking around the house as well.
Yeah.
Why 8 dogs too?
We love the dogs. The dogs are just a part of the family, aren't the kids? We love them.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Just more chaos, more
Yeah,
fun.
we love it.
More mess.
The place is kids with dogs now.
So let's talk a little bit about the wedding. Millie and Harley, congratulations. Harley, as the person that's come into this family, is it quite overwhelming sort of being greeted by the Radfords? What is it like being the son-in-law?
To be honest, it's not even that bad. Like
It's not even that bad.
Yeah, it's not even that bad.
That's a resounding bit.
Yeah, very loving people, very nice, very welcoming, and they're just
It
really,
was a lot
really nice.
quieter than what you expected, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
really quiet. I thought my house is more crazy than.
Really?
Is it
Yeah,
really?
I'd say
How
so.
many
Yeah,
in your family then?
we've got 3.
So there's just the 3,
Just
and yours is
about
crazy.
5. Yeah, it is loud.
And how,
Mayhem in our house all day, every day. People comment on that, though, don't they? They expect the house to be absolutely crazy. The
Noisy.
noise levels are just up there. But actually, at times, it can be calm.
like this is it's just absolutely fascinating. I don't know how you've done it.
No, I
It's
don't
amazing.
either.
No,
and then,
we don't.
Sue, you're going to be 50.
Oh,
I mean, I
congratulations.
shouldn't really mention a lady's age, but you look incredible, by the way.
Yeah, the big 5-0.
The big 5'8". No, Ben was 50 as well.
been through it in
this year.
December.
So what are you doing for...
I didn't make much of a fuss.
Did you not?
Yeah.
He made... He milked it for
I
weeks
think you've
and
got
weeks.
to, right?
Oh,
if
I
you're
agree.
going to you've turning 50, you've
Yeah.
got to have... You make the most of it. You've got to go big, haven't you?
What's the plan, Noel? How are you going to make
Celebrate.
sure she
Well-
feels very special?
I think ideally we'd love just to get away on our own, just
Yeah.
2 of us. But we do want to do a big family holiday. Everybody, grandkids, just everyone.
Yeah.
So that'll be getting on to, God, I don't know, 35, something
Yeah.
like that.
Wow.
Something like that.
Have you ever done that before? And what are people's responses? You know, like when you all come down to the pool. Look, how do you
Yeah.
get enough sun
I think the
lounges?
well, the most we've had is 26.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's all right.
Was it?
Yeah, we don't do hotels, so we try and do a villa. It's a bit
Right.
more controlled.
So
You know
yes,
where
just
everybody
you
is.
lot.
The funny part is when you're going to check in to get on the flight and you hand all of the passports over.
Oh, yes.
And their face is an absolute picture. It is so funny.
Yeah.
And of course, Katie, little Ronnie's gone somewhere. He's being looked after. But is it lovely having little ones when you've got such a big family? Because there's so many of them that can be looked after by their brothers and sisters or their cousins.
Yeah.
He's never short of cuddles.
He's never short.
Yeah. I
Sure,
was going to say, but because that's one of the things, like, isn't it? You know, it's a busy time, and you've got little ones on the floor being looked after by their aunts and uncles.
Yeah. Yeah, they've all got someone to look after them.
Yeah.
So I guess the big question is, Katie, Millie, are you going to emulate the size of the...
You know, every time it's crazy in our house, we always say to each other, like, why did my mum ever have more than 3? Because I will never have more than 3. That's just enough.
That's what I've always said.
Because with 2, you've got the hand each, haven't you? But with 3, you really don't have that spare hand, so...
But you're not ruling it out, though, Harley. You're saying maybe in the future?
In the future, maybe, yeah, but not right now, no.
But you do know...
All the kids are in nursery.
Right.
And Elodie starts next year, so...
Right, okay.
Gives us a bit of our time as well.
But the thing is, Harley, you see, if you do emulate kind of this family situation, then you're going to have to run out for pints of milk in the morning. And like bread. How many loaves of bread did you get in the morning?
About
three.
A
couple of 3 a day. Milk, maybe 18 pints a day. We can go to the shop at 7 o'clock at night, buy 12 pints of milk, and quite often it's gone by the morning. Cereal bowls everywhere.
Wow.
You have to bring milk home from work.
How many fridges do you have and things?
2 fridges, yeah.
2 freezers as well.
2 fridges,
Puts
2
everything into
freezers.
context, doesn't it?
I mean, it really does.
Yeah.
There aren't going to be any more, though. are
No, definitely not.
there? Because you did say that before as well.
Yeah, I
Didn't
did,
you say
but
that? Like, what number
I've
did
said
you say?
that since, well...
Oh, a long time ago. We said that when you get to 40, we're not having any more.
Yeah.
I don't know how many presents now.
So Heidi's your youngest.
Yeah, she is.
And she's just started school.
So she just started school in September.
How's she getting on?
She's loving it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loving it.
And how are you getting on
Yeah.
suddenly not having any of the kids?
so
Or
that's-
your kids? I imagine you've got grandkids popping up here and there.
Yeah, I mean, we've always got the grandkids round, but it's a different feeling when all of your kids go to school and you don't have any little ones at home.
Yeah, I'm
Sad
sure.
times.
You're not starting to
Sure.
think, oh, maybe...
Just take a nap.
No.
I literally like, I'm just going to have a lie down. Don't you wake me up until they come back.
Yeah, when the house is quiet, it's we don't like it. We love it when they get back from school, don't
The
we?
noise and bedlam is magic. Well, look,
Yeah.
thank you all for coming in. Thank you,
thank
Oscar,
you,
for
Matt.
waking
Thank
up.
you.
Because it looks like it's probably, if you're anything like my teenage boys, they don't like getting up either. So we appreciate you all coming in.
absolutely.
It's lovely to see you
Thanks
all.
for having us.
It's
Lovely.
amazing. It's always good fun, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. 22 Kids and a Wedding is on Channel 5 on Sunday at 8 p.m. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Today we met the stars of ITV drama Playing Nice, which of course tells the story of toddlers switched at birth in a shocking hospital mix-up. It's a drama, it's not true, but so many people watched it and it's so compelling because you spend the whole time watching going, gosh, can you imagine if that happened to us? What would we do? What if?
I struggled to watch it because it was so uncomfortable. It definitely resonated with people, but it's hard to imagine how something like that could actually happen in real life. But as we're about to find out, it actually does.
Yeah, Shirley Minogue Newson's life was turned upside down when, at the age of 43, she discovered the parents who raised her in Wyoming were not her parents at all. She had actually been swapped at birth.
And Shirley joins us now to share her story. Good morning, Shirley.
Morning,
Good
Shirley.
morning. Thank you so much for chatting to us this morning. Let's kind of start off, I suppose, at the beginning, really. Did you always feel like an outsider within your family, even when you were a little girl?
Yes.
And how did you feel? What made you feel like that?
The family I was raised in was very tall and white and fair skin, the fair skin and everything. And then I was petite with dark skin and I just didn't fit in.
And did that bring questions to your mind? Did you start to question yourself even from a young age? And what age did you start to feel like that?
The youngest I can remember back would probably be when I was 5 or 6 years old.
Wow. And was it discussed within the family, Shirley, that you were sort of slightly the odd one out, or did no one really talk about it?
Yes, it was talked about within the family.
At no point did anybody say, look, maybe we should actually get this checked out. It was just more of a sort of a family, sort of bit of family fun that you were slightly different to the others.
It was more like the mother that raised me had an affair.
Oh, okay. So everyone was very suspicious that she'd had an affair and you weren't actually the daughter of her husband.
Correct.
And were you treated differently within the family that raised you? I know you had siblings. Were you treated differently by the family, and in what ways?
Not really differently. The family had changed dynamics when I was born. So it was a cold, unfeeling house.
So it was a cold, unfeeling house. Now, it was when the father that brought you up that was very ill and his health deteriorated that you finally sort of got some answers and your world turned upside down. Tell us what happened.
The father that raised me was dying and wanted to have a DNA test done. And I was excited. I wanted to have a DNA test done too, to prove finally who I was.
And you were 43 at this time, though. So for all those years, he'd obviously been suspicious. You needed to know something. Why had nobody said, look, should we try and get this done sooner? Why did it wait till that point, do you think, Shirley?
It was in 2000, and I don't think DNA testing had been active then.
And so what were the results of the tests?
0.00% chance he could be my father.
And at that point, what was his reaction? And also, what was the mom who raised you, what was her reaction too?
When I gave her the test results, she looked at me and she said, well, if he's not your mother or he's not your father, I'm not your mother, and I will take a DNA test to prove it. My raising father said, I knew the minute I looked at you in the cradle, you were not my daughter. You had dark hair and you were dark skinned and you looked like none of the other children.
Wow, so the connotations really were that she had an affair, the mom that raised you, essentially. And so then she had a test done as well. And what happened then? And what was her response?
She just called me and told me that she had the test done and she wasn't my mother.
Gosh, Shirley, I can't imagine how difficult this must have been for you, particularly because within this, I think you described it in the environment, was quite a cold and unloving environment anyway, to find out what must have been earth-shattering in many ways and maybe a little bit sort of satisfying to understand that you weren't their birth child.
Yes, it was validating. The test helped me understand my feelings.
And so then what happened next? Obviously, your brain then, starts to spiral, and you must be thinking, who are my real parents? How am I going to find them? It must have been almost like opening Pandora's box for you.
I just became a private detective and went and looked at the library for admissions and dismissals, and I went to where the birth certificates were and did all this research and found out through my attorney found out that where my mother was, and I spoke with her.
Gosh, okay, so just before we ask about that, because that must have been an experience in itself, the hospital, you knew where you had been born, and your parents who brought you up knew where they had had their child. What did the hospital say when you went to them and said, I was swapped at birth, and and were they able to explain it?
They said maybe someone came in and switched the babies for a joke, or they were in the dads were in the grocery store and they switched carts. They came up with crazy ideas.
What, the dads switched the carts while they were shopping? That was one of their reasons. So,
oh my Lord.
I mean, that's even crazier than the fiction that they would suggest that. I imagine that they were very nervous about admitting responsibility.
Yes.
So what happened with the hospital? Did you ever get to the bottom of what really went on?
No, we will never know.
And is that because you settled a case with them out of court, so you never got the final investigation?
Yes, and I did a lot of investigating, and there just wasn't any way you could explain how it happened.
Gosh.
Okay, so now take us to the moment when you met your biological mum, and how did you find her?
I found her through my attorney, and she was kind of cold and very leery. She knew her daughter was her daughter, and she was very upset. So she wasn't as receptive to me.
So the daughter that you were swapped with, she fully believed that was her actual birth daughter?
Yes.
So really difficult because she's being cold towards you. Your own family that brought you up were being cold towards you. What was their reaction to the long-lost daughter that they suddenly found?
They had parties and welcomed her, and they had banners hanging all over. And I ended up going there because of my birth mother, Polly, wanted me to go to.
And then did you eventually develop a relationship with your biological mum? And how was it?
No, I never developed a relationship with my mom. She just was not there for me. But my Aunt Mary, her sister, was. She took me in and became my surrogate mother.
And what's that been like then, to find an actual member of your blood family who has welcomed you and told you all about the history of the family and a little bit, I guess, of what your heritage is?
Yes, I'm very close to all of my biological cousins. I've learned how to cook Mexican food, and it's just exciting.
And what do you want people to take away from your story? Are you hoping that by writing the book that you've written, that you'll be able to help other people that may find themselves in a similar situation?
Yes, I want them to know that with faith, anything is possible. I survived and escaped 2 dysfunctional families.
So in the end, Shirley, would you say that you did get your happy ending that you'd been searching for all your life?
Yes, I have my husband and my children and a large extended family of biological family and family of love.
And are you still in touch with any of your siblings that you were brought up with?
Yes, my brother Bill and I are close.
Which is
Excellent.
lovely. Well, look, thank you for joining us and sharing your story. It is truly remarkable. And you know, as you say, you got your happy ending, which is the key thing in it, really.
Absolutely. And you wrote your book, The Little Dark One, a true story of Switched at Birth. It's available now at your website. Thank you so much, Shirley. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. So when you're watching Playing Nice...
And you said that would never happen.
And it's a drama.
That would never happen.
Well, it happened to Shirley.
Yeah.
And it can be very... I mean, truth can be stranger than fiction as well, which it must have been.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, hello. Right, thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning. Our next guests are no strangers to the camera, and as you can see, not too shy either. They are a stranger to clothes, actually.
They hate clothes, if anything.
They don't like clothes.
No, this is brilliant. These are the Denton Dream Boys, which are a group of men, all from a very sleepy little village, Denton in Norfolk, who have stripped off for a nude calendar, but in the name of charity. So it's all for a great cause.
Yeah, we are delighted to be joined by Mr. January, Wayne Mayhew. Yeah, and he's got a hot water bottle, which, yeah, we got Terry Townsend, Mr. March. Yeah, love heart, because it's obviously Valentine's weekend. That's good. We got Peter Grant, Mr. May. What have you? A bunch of flowers.
Oh, yeah, I got flowers.
Jason Carr, Mr. July. You got your son there. We got Paul Wilby, and you've got your beach books. It's summer. And Mr. November. Well, you just got that because you need that. Because you've been blessed. Good morning, all. How are we? How are we all doing?
Thanks for having us on.
You know you're on national television now.
Well,
yeah, you are. Fair play to you, Paul. You came up with this mad idea, but a brilliant idea. Why?
Yeah, basically, we wanted to raise some money for a good cause, which is Addenbrooke's and Petworth Hospital Trust. Basically, because my son had a life-threatening condition, which basically he could die tomorrow or he could have a maximum of 2 years. And they done a new procedure at Petworth, and that managed to cure his blood clots in his lungs.
Wow.
And now, because of that, we have a little granddaughter as well. So,
So they saved his life.
Saved 2 lives, really, and brought another one into the world.
Oh, fantastic.
That is amazing. So you thought, I want to sort of pay it forward, raise some money for that hospital, but you'd done loads of different fundraising things, hadn't you? So how does this suddenly come about?
Well, the village is always raising money. We're a very close-knit village.
Yeah.
Always, everyone's willing to chip in to raise a bit of money. But I wanted to do a bike ride originally from Kent to Norfolk, but with an ageing body. And I don't know why, but one day I just said, we'll do a calendar.
Hey, it's aging pretty well, my friend. It's looking all right. In good shape. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And luckily, we got a good photographer in the village, so I went to him. He basically said, yeah, I'm up for it. And I sort of sold it to everyone that was a topless.
Yeah, I sort of want to know how you sold this. Were you down the pub trying to recruit people? Because surely,
Yes.
let's go to Mr. January.
He was.
What made you want to get involved?
To be honest with you, we have a village talk, and Paul put it forward. I was a bit sceptical, but my wife then sort of almost pushed me into it. And because of the cause,
Yeah.
you know, why not? So myself and my partner, Mr. January, Gary, who unfortunately can't be with us today,
Said, yeah, let's
he
do it.
participated with me, and yeah, that was hence the reason.
Good on
How
you.
about you, Terry? How did you get involved in this?
Well, I heard Paul talking about it at the hall one Friday night and thought, that sounds a good idea. So I put my name down and waited for the photograph.
I think it's brilliant because what gets me, Craig, is that there's only 12 months of the year, but 15 of them volunteered.
Yeah.
So some months have got more than
It's
others,
a
haven't
strange
they?
old village.
Oh, yeah.
Just want to be friends.
Peter, what's the reaction been like in Denton?
Oh, just fantastic, really, yeah. I mean, everybody's thought it was a really good fun, good idea, and it's in a great cause, isn't it? I mean, why wouldn't we do it? Quite honestly. What have we got to lose?
I think a lot of people would shy away from it, but I think the fact that there's so many of you doing it, there's strength in numbers here, right?
Yeah.
I think that probably helps.
He twisted my arm, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh,
You,
he did,
Jason,
yeah.
recruited a few. And how did you pick your months? Because you got the nice warm month here.
I did, and there was any chance to get the chopper bike out, so I thought, yeah, why not?
Oh, there you are, look, in all your glory.
Oh,
I thought it'd be
that's a
very
lovely
nice.
chopper. What?
We're on the cusp at all points here,
yes, yeah.
getting into a lot of trouble.
Phil, you seem to be vaguely knowing that you are naked on national television. You were surprised when I did tell you that. Have you enjoyed the experience?
Well, I'm a bit slow. Yeah, I'm a bit slow. But
have you enjoyed the experience?
very much, yeah. Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice.
And did you feel the
Everybody's
pressure
been
to
nice.
get into shape? Because you're all in cracking shape.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
Very
You
kind of
are,
you.
you are. And I think it's really brave as well.
There was a few of us went to. I've got a gym at home, and there's the Banger Boys. They signed up, so it was a little man's club. So it ended up a little chat and work out a couple of times a week. Hit the diet. Christmas has come, obviously we put it all back on, but it was a good time to meet up, talk. So and we've carried on. So yeah, it's been good.
So the reaction's been great. You've sold a lot.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah, I
have.
think we're getting up to 700, just under 700 now. Which
Oh,
is
fantastic.
amazing, yeah.
Oh, great. And you are on television now. I'm guessing there's going to be a bigger demand
We
to
hope
get some more
so.
Yeah, how
vintage.
do people buy
so.
them? How do they get them?
They just go onto eBay and Google Denton Dream Boys and it comes up.
Denton Dream Boys. Get Googling.
And there's
Get
also-
on eBay.
There's also a Just Giving page as well. That, again, just Denton Dream Boys. And if we can get on here and do this, you can put £1 in your pocket and put it on the Just Giving page for us. All going to a good cause.
I don't think this is going to stop with a calendar.
Oh, hopefully it will.
I'm feeling like some kind of stage show or something like. No,
I'm
would you
seeing
go?
Channing Tatum. I'm seeing front in the front. I think there's stage shows, there's live shows, there's a movie. This is a lot.
I think you could do a lot more with this, lads. No interest.
No, this year it's the ladies' turn, evidently.
Yeah.
So,
So ladies are doing it next.
so they say.
Have they been recruited yet? Or don't you know?
No, there's always a lot of talk on a Friday night at the bar. But after that, they forget. And then next week, they remember again.
Hey, I tell you what, Denton sounds...
Normally about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, sounds like a great place. What were you saying to me? How much is a pint in Denton?
Pint's about £2.50. Pound a
What?
shot.
Pound a shot, look at that.
That would explain
Get
this
the Denton.
situation. Then.
I just have to say it's members only, so don't all flood to Denton.
Yeah.
We will sign you in.
Thank you.
Good.
Let's be honorary members.
Yeah. I will need the 6 weeks in the gym beforehand, though. You know what I mean? Hey, fair play to you, lads. I think it's absolutely brilliant for a really, really good cause. Get on eBay, get your hands on the calendar. Take care of yourselves. Are you going to stay naked for the day, or what's the plan? It's cold out there.
It's a bit cold.
Got to make some money.
No, absolutely brilliant. Denton Dream
Tell the
Boys.
girls we'll see them in a week.
Right, we're moving swiftly on. Thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun this morning. We're all very flustered.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Sean's here on the sofa. You've been finding out where some of the stars of our favourite Christmas films from yesteryear have gone.
Yeah, and not just the stars, but also a house. And in particular, a very famous house. This house is probably one of the most famous American homes, bar the White House.
It's Home Alone.
The Home Alone house. Now, what is so cool about this is it's a real house in Chicago.
Yeah.
They put it up on the market back in 2018.
Yes, it's been for sale, hasn't it?
Yeah, for almost like £4.5 million.
So what, you can actually buy this if you've got that money?
It sold almost straight away the minute it went online. But what that means is we've got photos of the inside.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So we can
It's like
compare.
Rightmove. It's exactly
Now,
that.
I know a lot of people will be watching this movie later on tonight because it is a Christmas favourite.
Oh, it's a bit more modern.
Now, when you're watching
it looks nice.
look at that iconic staircase. It's now very minimalistic, very
like
pale. Look at the living room. Look how different. Look at that fireplace. It's changed.
It has.
Oh, I prefer the new one. I like
The
it.
kitchen's had a modern
Oh, the kitchen's
sort of
weird.
upgrade there.
It's like your kitchen.
And then the four-poster bed's gone.
It's like your four-poster out.
Surely that's my house.
Which one do you prefer, guys?
Obviously, we like the Home Alone one,
Yeah,
don't we? It's
of
more
course.
warm.
And so many memories as well.
And the good
cozy.
fact about the Home Alone house in the movie is that every single thing you watch in that house is red or green. Every single thing. They made it
They
a
themed
conscious
it like that.
decision. Yeah, so from the sofa to the
Oh,
carpet,
watch
they're
that
the only
back.
colours
Really?
they use in the whole
Amazing.
house.
I love it. Apparently, there's a cinema in there as well and a gym.
There's plenty of stuff. Look at the
All right.
size of it.
Oh, it's a really posh house. Another Christmas favourite, of course, is Love Actually, which, again, all the families will be fighting over which one to watch tonight. And you remember at the end of the movie, there was a little girl called Joanna who sang the house down with All I Want for Christmas. Do you remember that moment? Let's have a look at this. Incredible singer. The actress is Olivia Olson, who played that role 21 years ago.
Wow.
Can you believe she's here with us now? Olivia, happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas, Olivia.
Merry Christmas.
Oh,
thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. And I can't believe 21 years later, we're still talking about this movie. Did you ever have an inkling that it was going to be as big as it was?
I had no idea. I was only 10 when we first filmed the movie, and I didn't really know who any of the actors were, so I didn't know the gravity of this massive, massive film that I was going to be a part of. And it's great that it's become more of a classic every year.
Olivia, how did you get the part?
Oh, this was one of the first things I ever auditioned for, actually. I went behind my dad's back, and me and my mom went to an open casting, and there was probably 50 girls that day, all singing the same song, Fallen by Alicia Keys. It was the song of the year. I also sang that. And the rest was kind of history.
It's such an iconic part of that film. There's so many amazing stories. But, of course, you know our Dermot because you did Celebrity X Factor, I think, was it 2019, Olivia?
Yes, Dermot and I go way back.
Ah, she's the best. She's so. But now her stuff now is incredible. You should definitely, like, she's got such a great voice.
What do you remember from her singing in 2019?
She just had the best voice, and she should have won.
Olivia, do you watch the film at Christmas? Do you see it and sort of fondly remember it, or have you had enough of it now? Because 21 years on, we're still banging on about it.
She's over it.
Yeah.
You know, every year I kind of flip-flop a little bit. Sometimes I feel like I can't get away from it, and other times it's nice. It's a really good memory, and it was a great time for me and my mom living in London while filming. So it's nice to look back on.
Oh, we've loved it.
We love watching you every year. We absolutely adore it. Olivia, thank you so much for joining us on Christmas Day. Have the best day ever.
Thank you.
Lots of love.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, darling.
How amazing is she?
Amazing. And Sean, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you.
Can I have a bit of this Bucks Fizz?
Knock yourself out, darling. Knock yourself up.
Cheers, Josie. Thanks for that.
Thank you, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Well,
Merry
listen.
Christmas, guys.
Merry
Oh,
Christmas,
hello.
babes.
Thanks for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.
We're meeting some of those who are putting the celebrations on hold in the name of public service. We've got Kat Dalton, critical care practitioner for the Wales Air Ambulance, who literally looks like she's raring to go right now.
The action woman. Also, Alex Millichamp and Adrian Hennard, who are the chefs at the Chandler Court Care Home.
And we've got Zoe Hebden and Maddie Archer, firefighters for the Cheshire Fire and Rescue Service. Attention! Who are definitely at ease. So, welcome everyone. Kat, let's start with you. You're going to be working on Christmas Day. What will Christmas Day look like for you?
So I'm actually working Christmas Eve and Christmas Day this year. So Christmas Eve, I'll be here at our Llanelli Air Base. So I'll be responding on our helicopters and rapid response vehicles to the sickest patients in Wales. This will be medical cases and trauma incidents. Might be cardiac arrests, road traffic collisions, falls on heights. Anywhere that we can deliver our advanced skills. We're able to administer pre-hospital anaesthesia, administer blood products and perform surgical procedures. And we basically bring the hospital to our patients. And then Christmas Day, I'll be up in the ambulance control room and our critical care desk, where I'll be looking at all the 999 calls coming into Wales to work out where to send our 4 crews that are on duty on Christmas Day. We hope we're not needed on Christmas Day, but unfortunately, injury and illness doesn't stop for Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Kat, we need people like you to work these hours. And I've got to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything you do, because you have got a little boy at home, haven't you? He's only 2, isn't he? So how will he be spending Christmas Day?
Yes,
and how do you do your Christmas with him?
I'm very, very lucky to have a really good family network. So my little boy will be spending Christmas Eve with his granny, and then he'll be going for a sleepover at his grandparents' house and spending Christmas with his uncle as well, because both me and my husband are both working Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And then Boxing Day will be our Christmas Day, so Santa's delaying his visit to our house until then.
Oh, lovely.
Great thing is, Kat, he's 2, so it's literally all about opening those boxes. So he'll be absolutely fine.
Absolutely.
That is such a cute picture of you two. And explain exactly how it works, because, you know, I sort of grew up in Essex and we have the Essex Air Ambulance there, but I imagine the terrain in Wales obviously is going to be so different. So, I mean, no 2 challenges would be the same for you.
No, every day is different. We don't know what we're going to get called to. The phone rings and we go straight out the door. We could be landing on a beach. We could be going up to a snowy mountain. We could be going into the city. It really, you just don't know what you're going to go to. There's a lot of walking involved. We carry heavy equipment everywhere we go. So yeah, it's a great job, and it's the best job in the world.
And Kat, you are a big advocate for females in your role, aren't you?
Yes, I do hope I can inspire females to do job roles like mine. It is hard, obviously, having a family, being away from them for 12-hour days and away for a run of shifts. But I do hope that other people see this and realise that they can do this job. It's hard, there's lots of sacrifices, but as I said, it's the best job in the world, and it's just so rewarding, especially when weeks, months, years down the line we get to meet former patients and see how amazing they're doing, and that knowing that a small part of that is down to us and our team going out to them.
Kat, you are amazing. You are absolutely amazing.
To reiterate what
Thank
Josie
you.
said, from all of us here at This Morning, thank you for everything you do. I saw you there with Santa Claus, so, you know, you've got some perks of the job. Do you... we just want to give everyone the opportunity to give their friends and family a shout-out. So anyone you want to say hello to around this Christmas time?
Oh, good morning, Elias. Mummy's here. And obviously to all my friends and family who I literally couldn't do my job without the support of them. Just good morning, everyone.
Nice one, Kat.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to move on to Alex and Adrian next. Alex, Adrian, tell me how you're going to be spending your Christmas Day this year.
Right, well, we're going to be in the kitchen very early on Christmas Day morning, and we'll be getting all the food ready for lunch for the traditional turkey roast for them. And yeah, it's going to be a great day. I think everyone will get involved and, yeah, spread a bit of festive cheer.
And just to remind everybody, you're going to be at the Chandler Care Home there, and you're going to be creating Christmas dinner, but you're also got a special dinner on Christmas Eve, haven't you?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. We're holding our famous fake away, and this year the resident chose to have fish and chips, traditional fish and chips, the night before Christmas.
Yeah,
Nice.
so we will. So all the residents will be in their pajamas watching Christmas movies, and we'll deliver the fish and chips all in its wrapping and its boxing like a proper takeaway.
Great. And on Christmas Day, lads, how many are you feeding? How many turkeys are you going to have to prepare?
I think we'll feed probably between 80, 90. We invite all the family members to join them as well, and all the staff colleagues as well. So, yeah, it's a lot of turkey.
80 and 90. When do you start?
Around 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock on Christmas Day.
Wow.
It's all in the prep. The residents are going to be helping us prep the sprouts and peeler spuds the day before, so that'll be a bit of the work done for us.
Nice one, yeah. Put them to work, good lads.
If you want to join us, we've got a spare peeler.
And Alex, Adrian, you both got young families at home. What will it be like to not spend Christmas Day with them this year?
Well, when we've both been in the industry for a while now, and I think all our family is kind of used to us working around Christmas.
Right.
We will catch up on Boxing Day, whenever we'll be off, and we'll just have our own little Christmas after.
Right.
I think they're proud of us as well, and I think they know that it's important that everybody gets to celebrate Christmas. So yeah, we just celebrate ours a little bit later.
Yeah,
nice lovely.
Guys, who do you want to give a shout out to today?
Can I say hello to my two girls, Hattie and Lily?
Oh, hello, Hattie. Hello, Lily.
Gemma.
Yeah, and I'd like to say hello to my two daughters as well. And yeah, my wonderful fiance who is at home taking care of our little 5-month-old.
Brilliant. And give us a wave to all the residents and staff there. Well done, guys. Thank you.
Hello. Oh, Merry Christmas, and thank you for
Cheers,
giving
Alex.
up your Christmas
Bye,
Day
Adrian.
and your Christmas Eve. Thank you.
Now, my son is going to be very excited about the next item. Zoe and Maddie are firefighters. Hello, ladies. Thank you for joining us. Tell us a little bit about the shift you're going to be doing on Christmas Day up there in Cheshire.
So we're going to be working Christmas Eve and Christmas Day this year as well. We'll come in, do our usual checks, make sure that we're operationally ready to go. And then if there's any jobs throughout the day, we'll just make sure that we're ready, straight on the truck, get into people who need us.
Nice.
And Maddie, what would you normally be doing on Christmas Day if you weren't working?
Well, usually Christmas Day is sort of a day for family, so we travel down to see my parents, and my siblings would all join up there. So this year, because me and my brother are both working on Christmas Day, we're having it early this weekend on the 22nd, and then I get another one on the 27th. So I get 3 Christmases, really.
Oh, nice. It's worked out all right for you then.
And in terms of the call-outs you get on Christmas Day, what would be the kind of thing you normally get called to?
I mean, that could be anything. It depends. A lot of people travel on Christmas, so potentially there could be some road traffic collisions, hopefully not. Again, there's people cooking, there's people having a few drinks, so hopefully people are watching their cooking and not letting things catch on fire, because ideally we don't want to be called out because we want people to enjoy their Christmas Day.
Yeah. So we just saw some pictures here that we flashed up. Are you like in a Hollywood film as well or something?
You were
Look at that. They're incredible, some of these like action heroes. Like, you should have figurines made of you or something. One last question from my son. Do you get to go down the pole?
So devastatingly in Chester, we don't actually have any poles at any fire stations. So one day I want to travel to another station in a different county and have a go.
Listen, never mind that. We're going to set up a campaign. Just get the poles in there. Come on.
And ladies, is there anybody you'd like to wish a Merry Christmas to?
You can go. You go. I'll do a shout out to my partner Dan, who's going to hate that, and my mother, and then also my auntie Diane, who said they're recording this and keeping it forever.
That's special kind of torture.
Maddie, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just friends and family and everybody that I won't see over Christmas because we're all busy. But yeah, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Zoe
Merry
and Maddie.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Thanks to all of you guys. Thank you. We've got something special, haven't we?
We have, yeah. So we've got a special hamper for you, and they're from Prestige Hampers. Each and every one of you are going to be sent one, and that'll be with you just in time for Christmas. And that is just from a big thank you from all of us at This Morning, because we would be totally lost without you guys. So thank you for giving up your time on such a special day. And this is time away from your families. So thank you.
Thank you,
very
guys.
much.
Happy Christmas.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Merry Christmas. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out. And we'll see you in the morning. All of that is the most wonderful time of the year, unless, of course, you happen to be a turkey.
Welcome to the most this morning item we could ever do at Christmas. Our first guest today, Dave Brooker, and his best friend, T2 the turkey. Now, they've been inseparable since T2 hatched 3 years ago. T2 now goes everywhere with Dave, from the pub to the dentist, even sharing his bedroom.
But as it's Christmas time, T2 only has one wish, and that is to stay out of the oven. So to prove that Christmas dinner tables can be a safe place for turkeys, we've invited T2 to join us for a festive lunch this morning. Good morning.
Poultry. This is a poultry-free zone, Dave.
Brilliant.
Do not worry. Do we use the C word around?
Well, I use it as a joke often. So many people say, I wish you for Christmas. And I'm like, you've just said the C word, that's very rude.
We don't use the C word, no.
Oh, well, good morning, T2.
Hey,
Good morning
T2.
to you, Dave.
So chilled, Dave. Look,
Very.
she's almost asleep.
But she's used to everything. She's used to, going out to the pub and with children running around.
So where did all this start? Where did it begin?
Well, her mum was sitting on 12 eggs, and unfortunately the first two that hatched, it was July, but it was in English July, and it was cold, and they perished. So I set up a brooder with a heat lamp, and she was the first one that hatched.
So did she sort of imprint on you then, Dave? Is that what happens?
When I went to put all the chicks back under the mum when they were strong enough to deal with the weather, she kept coming running back out to me.
She thought you were a mummy.
Parent in modern day.
Yeah, all right, yeah, parent. Sorry, Daddy.
A very fluid household at Dave's house.
But yeah,
Dave, are you a turkey farmer?
No.
So how come? So do you keep them or? Like...
I've got I share sort of another 11 turkeys with where I've got my horses.
Right. Okay. So you've got horses,
I got into them on a lady's small holding, but I just keep them for their eggs because their eggs are delicious.
Yeah.
You are like Dr. Dolittle, aren't you?
I am. Yes. 2 horses, 11 turkeys, and a few chickens.
So were you a vegetarian before?
No.
T2 came into your life?
Actually, I wasn't even a vegetarian until I came on the show last year.
Really?
Oh, right.
And it was talking to Josie and Alison that convinced me, I really don't need to eat meat.
Well, they used to eat meat.
No,
They asked the question, and I thought, what? She's so intelligent and so, it just makes you realise how intelligent animals are.
Well, she's such a companion for you, isn't she?
What is it that you just obsessed with her about? Like, what is it what is the love? Like, does she give you cuddles or?
Yeah, no, she definitely will.
Does she?
Yeah, no, she'll fall asleep on you with her neck, so her head right in your neck here. Just fall asleep.
Very, very the most chilled out turkey I've ever met. Not that I've met a lot of turkeys, but she's very chilled, isn't she?
What's
she has her moments.
Does she?
Yes.
When does she get a little?
Well, she likes to. I think flock animals, they can be quite dominant at times. They want to protect their territory as well. And there's a couple of people at the horses that she enjoys trying to bully, and she will chase them.
Is she quite dominant over you then?
No.
Oh right, okay.
No, we've got a mutual respect for each other.
So how does the day-to-day work? Because she lives in your house, right?
She lives in the house, yes.
So you get up in the morning. Do you shower together? And
No. She'll go
like
downstairs.
A shower herself?
No. She goes.
Bath?
No, she goes downstairs. She has her breakfast, which is a bit of mixed corn and some water, while I get ready. She sleeps on a blanket up in my bedroom.
Lovely.
She doesn't get off of that blanket till I get up in the morning, whether it be 7 in the morning or 9 in the morning.
She is like a dog, isn't she?
Yeah,
Is she house trained then, Dave? or-
Unfortunately not, no.
Oh, no.
But plenty of tissue and antibacterial spray.
Yeah.
Where does she do her business? Like just anywhere she wants?
I'm afraid. That's why, everywhere I go, I take a blanket to
Yeah.
be respectful for people.
Now, you might be a vegetarian, but she isn't a vegetarian,
No, she's
correct?
definitely
so
not.
what is on her diet? What does she like?
She definitely likes a nice spider, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So my house is very free of spiders. For
Yeah.
anyone with spider phobias,
I'm going to get one.
turkeys are your answer.
Oh, yeah, I'm
And
going
then
to
in
get one.
terms of like the more unusual food that she might enjoy, what
Well,
does she...
she's been eating mince pie this morning. She
Yeah.
loves a little bit of mince pie pastry. She will eat cheddar cheese.
She likes a Guinness as well, doesn't she?
She does
now we're
sometimes like a Guinness.
Do you take her to the pub with you as well then?
Yes.
Does she do the thing where she sits on the... Does she have her own stool?
She will sit on a stool, but generally I put her on a blanket on the floor or actually on the table itself.
And then does she do a pint or does she like...
No, she'll just sit
She'll have a
mine.
bowl?
She'll just sit mine or I'll put it into a little dog bowl for her.
What do people say when they, because when they see you out with a turkey? Because it's not the usual, is it? What do people, do they stop and say, what's this all
Oh,
about? or-
absolutely, yeah. No, I mean, I'd probably say about 95% of people are lovely. They're like, oh, wow. I mean, some people walk past you and don't even notice you're carrying her, which is great. But a lot of people, they just stop, especially children. Only the other night I was standing outside a supermarket because the staff wanted to see her and they hadn't seen her, so I took her round to the front. And there was a lady with her daughter there, and her daughter just was absolutely made up with her, and coming over and stroking her. Some children are quite scared, though, because they can look quite dinosaur-y.
Yeah. It's really
but
nice.
the general reaction is really positive.
So Dave, talk us through at your house.
Christmas Day...
say too loud, Dave.
Shh. This year, we're going to be up nice and early. Tito will probably have a couple of presents or some extra snacks. And then we're going to be getting ready and we're going to be going and doing park run this year on Christmas
Oh,
Day.
lovely stuff. But hang on, does she do the running?
Well, she's going to do about the last 10 metres because it wouldn't be fair to expect her with her little legs to run 5K.
Yeah, pretty fast, though, turkeys, when they want to be, aren't they?
They can be. But she will be doing, hopefully, the last 10 metres, just to finish, and I'll be pushing her in a buggy.
And Dave, you've credited T2 as helping with your anxiety and everything, haven't you? How's she helped you?
I think, obviously with a lot of things, especially Christmas time, can be a very poignant time for loneliness, especially if you're single.
Yeah.
But animals are just a great way, even if you're feeling down, they still give you the love and you get back from them what you give them.
Yeah.
And the really great thing is she doesn't tell my secrets.
Oh, right, you've got many
Very
of
good.
them?
I haven't got many.
Oh, right.
No.
Well, come on, Dave, let's dig
but
deeper.
she doesn't tell my secrets out. You can say whatever you want to her, and she keeps it.
And
There
she
is
doesn't
something-
argue? No arguing
Well,
back?
she can do.
Oh,
There is
really?
something special
She
about
can
that, though, isn't
peck
there?
really quite hard, actually. Sometimes.
All right.
When she wants something and you're not letting her have it, she can actually get quite sort of pecky, especially on your ankle, and that hurts.
Oh, right, OK.
There is something. Have you got any pets?
Not at the moment, but I'm going to get
Horses?
some.
You got horses?
Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
There is something.
It's a work in progress.
You've grown up around them, right?
Yeah,
So you get
yeah.
it. There is something special about animals, especially when you're like just that one-on-one contact you have with them.
Do you know what? It's when you lose an animal, it really
Oh, that's
stays
worst.
with you. Like it really does. And I still think about my dog today. So
Yeah.
to get another dog, it'd have to be very, very special. And it's like T2. She's obviously so special to you.
Last year she got quite ill, and she was at the vets quite a bit, and we actually thought she might have been not make it, but the vets were brilliant. And
she's 3, right? And you're telling me they
3.5.
would normally live to about 8 or 9.
They
10?
can do, yeah, little between 8 and 10 years old.
Yeah.
So, but she actually has an implant to stop her laying eggs.
Oh, I see.
Because that's what was making her ill.
Oh. And what are you getting T2 for Christmas, Dave?
Well, all of her favourite treats, really. She'll get spoiled rotten and get all her favourite treats. So, but I don't think there's anything. She gets whatever she wants anyway.
What do you get? What do you get the turkey that's got everything?
I mean,
Hey?
she might get a new blanket because she goes through them quite a bit. A nice Christmassy
Dave,
blanket.
thank you so
Dave,
much.
thank you.
Thank you, T2.
Nice to meet you, T2.
The most gentle, loving turkey I've ever met in my life. Gobble, gobble.
I love the way you say that. How many turkeys have you met? Have you spent much time around the turkey fraternity?
Not this much time,
No.
no. But I do like her. She got a nice energy about
nice
her.
vibe
She's
to her,
got a
hasn't
lovely
she?
vibe,
Absolutely, yeah.
And thanks, Dave. Now, if you're
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning. And the great man Edwin joins us now alongside his daughters Diane and granddaughter Laura, who's responsible for most of the playlist, I imagine. Morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Edwin, thank you for coming in. So singing's always been part of your life, hasn't it?
Yes, it has indeed.
Talk us when did you first start singing and what
I was
did you do?
a little boy, choir boy in the church.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure one year, Christmas time, once in Royal David City.
Lovely.
One of the choir members, the kiddies, sing the opening verse, and one year I had the thrill of singing the opening verse as the choir and the clergy walked down to prayed through the church.
And then you were in the RAF and you sang in the RAF, didn't you?
Well, I didn't join, I was conscripted in those days. You were in the RAF. And for a little while they had a dance band on the station when I first went in, and I said, can I sing with you boys? And they said, yeah, sing with us. So I sang with the dance band. Just a few songs, you know. And then, of course, I went abroad and spent a couple of years abroad and came back home, wanted to sing. So I took singing lessons. I went to Miss Violet Russell, L-A-R-M, for my singing lessons, and I spent about 2 years singing lessons, and I learned how to sing. I learned how to I was a tenor, and I learned how to reach the notes and whatever. And then from there it went on, and I performed at Easter time, Olivet Calvary and the Crucifixion and Messiah, and I was tenor soloist in these productions.
Yeah.
I would hardly call them productions, but I was a tenor
Always
soloist.
been part of you then, hasn't it?
Yeah. And I went on from there singing, and then I did quite a lot of acting, and I did pantomimes and all sorts of different things, singing all the time. There was one pantomime I was doing, and they had a group that were doing a little dance, and so the director said to me, Edwin, you get in the group and do the dancing. When she saw how I danced, which was absolutely awful out of step, she said, Edwin, I think you better move over there.
I was about to say it's a triple threat.
Very discreetly, she said to me.
So you've always been a performer then, really, your whole life from a young age. But, you know, 9 years ago, you did stop singing, didn't you, Edwin?
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I lost my wonderful wife 9 years ago, who was so supportive and helped me with everything I did. And I just didn't want to know. I didn't want to sing. I didn't want to do anything, you know. Married for 60 years. My mum and dad and her mum and dad were friends. Actually, her mum and dad made my mother's wedding dress.
Right.
So I'd known Margaret all my life.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just the 60 years we were married, but it was all the years before we were married.
I mean, Edwin, you have racked up millions and millions of views. On your TikTok alone, you've got 9 million likes. You must, you know, be a local celebrity now, or even a worldwide celebrity, because this social media is everywhere. What do you think Margaret would have thought of it all?
Oh, she'd have been thrilled to pieces. She would, you know, wonderfully supportive. She would have been, and you know, I can't really say how supportive she was, and she would have been thrilled to pieces.
Let's bring in Laura and Diane. So what got him back on the horse? What was it?
I think he says, and I totally believe this, he got a message from my mum saying, you must sing again.
Yeah.
You must do this again. You love it, you must do it. And so we found a local studio in Bournemouth, and we went along, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it just went from there, really. He started singing, thoroughly enjoyed it, knew that my mum was watching over him and was sort of supporting him. And he just carried on and on and on. And
then the new management and AR.
So, Laura, was it your idea to put your granddad on TikTok?
Well, Liv, my twin, initially said, why don't we do it? And then we sort of thought about it for a few days just because, you know, we were concerned whether it would land on the right side of TikTok, whether we would get nasty comments. But we thought, we presented it to Grandad, obviously, and everyone. And then we thought, yeah, why not? Let's just do it. Yeah, and it obviously has landed on the right side of TikTok.
Do you have any idea how much this would blow up?
Oh, my gosh, no. none at all. We were hoping it would get just a few hundred likes, like his videos, but the first one, how many, Grandad? About 6,000 likes, I
Something
think
like
the first
that, yeah.
one got.
Couldn't believe it.
So we thought, oh yeah, we'll just keep
Somewhere over
posting.
the rainbow from
Yes.
yeah. And I was in a play. I was the lion in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
You know, years ago. That was the part I played. It was, sung a song in that. I can't remember what it was.
And Laura, and you and your twin Liv, do you sort of pick the songs that you think he should sing? And obviously you pick songs that are still are in his range and his comfortable.
Yes. Well, Grandad obviously has the songs that he likes to sing, but for TikTok, we try to see what's sort of trending at the minute. Like a couple of years ago, the Sia Snowman was trending a lot, so we got him to do that. Yeah, we just sort of see what's sort of viral at the minute and present it to Grandad. Some of them he does, some of them he's not so keen on, so he doesn't do.
Edwin, what's been your favourite new modern song to sing? Video games, I thought was a...
Video games, yeah. To be honest with you, video games, some company wanted me to sing video games. I did it. I hated every note of it.
Why? It's such a nice song and it's so comfortable.
And it's had 3 million likes.
You've got to give the public what they want, Edwin. All right?
Well, we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it very much.
You like it now, though?
Oh, I like it
You
now.
like it now.
Yeah, but, you know, I just can't remember. These girls give me these songs to sing, and they say, "There, Grandad, you've got to do this one. This is really going to town." I've never heard it before, so I get it, download the singer on the computer, you know, sing it about 1,000 times with the singer. So I get to tonight, then I get my backing track, which very often my studio guy, who is absolutely brilliant, Arthur in Sizzle Studios in Bournemouth, fantastic, will make a backing track for me. And then I will sing to the backing track. But it's not easy, I might tell you. Singing the songs I've always done, the Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra's, and, you know, the songs are easy to sing. You always get a little bit of lead, a little bit of, you know, the melody in the songs. But these ones today, you just don't.
Yeah.
Do you know what made me laugh this morning? So I asked everybody in the office, I said, "Where's Edwin then?" They said he scooted past the office quicker than any guest we've ever had. They said, "There is no slowing this man down." Yeah. Edwin, what's next for you? And what would you say to anybody out there that's thinking about taking on a new hobby like you have?
I would say to don't give up. I mean, old people, some play the piano and they stop playing the piano. So I say to them, get back and play the piano. Well, you're a singer, well, sing. Do you like doing this? Well, don't. Just because you're getting old, you're not getting old these days. Do what you want to do and don't give up. And you'll live another 20 years.
Yeah, but that's
I love
honestly,
that.
it's just brilliant.
I love that.
Not even advice, it's like a mission statement. Vote Edwin! Edwin, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, Diane. Laura,
Thanks,
it's so
Diane.
good.
Thanks,
We'd
Laura.
love you to perform for us now. Hopefully one of the songs you like. If you'd go and get ready over there on our stall, if you would, please. That'd be lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Edwin. Oh, I cannot wait.
Have a little round of applause for Edwin, please.
Thank you. There we go.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.
Let's meet our first guest, who shares his home with 4 elves.
What?
Yep. But before you start having visions of Santa's workshop, these elves are actually life-size dolls that cost over £3,000 each.
Since acquiring his first elf back in 2014, Nick Royett spends his free time dressing them up, doing their hair and makeup, and even taking them to bed with him every night.
Well, he's joining us now with his unusual family. It's great to have him with us. Hi there, Nick. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, really intrigued to meet you, Nick. Before we get started, will you introduce us to your family of elves?
Sure, yes, no problem. The one to my right is Farishi. She's a forest elf. I call her, the Gaelic is Glass, because she's green. This is Iche. She's a drow elf, or a night elf, or black elf, a dark elf, sorry. This is Sorche. She's an Airgid, a silver elf. She's the princess guardian of Kavina, who is the queen elf, and she's the gold elf.
Ah, and Sorche was your first elf. Have you always collected elves, Nick?
Sorcha? No, it all came out. It was something that happened. I used to fly model aircraft, and one of the guys said to me one time, he said, "You've got no pilots in your aircraft." So I thought, oh, it'd be quite nice to have an elf in my aircraft. So I did some searching online to get some elf pilots. I couldn't find any, but I did find that I could find this place would make me a full-size one, and I thought, oh, I'd like a full-size one. So that's what I got, and Sorcha was the result.
So when you say, oh, I'd like a full-size elf, I mean, that's quite a leap from trying to put one in a model aeroplane to actually having a full-size one. What was it about having a full-size elf or a full-size doll that you thought would be fun and interesting?
Well, yes, that's exactly the point. It is fun and interesting, and I build, I make their armour, I make their costumes, I do their makeup. Recently we had Sorcha on the back of a horse in full armour. Took some photographs of that. So it's an ongoing hobby. I've decorated my house around them, so it's an ongoing process all the time.
And when you say you've decorated your house, what have you done?
Well, it's this one's not quite the same as my house in Birmingham, where it was like the inside of a cathedral almost. This one is a bit more sort of Gothic, shall we say? So I've put the Gothic backdrops up on the walls. They're actually I've used them as wallpaper, so that the house looks bigger, because it's not very big here, to be honest, and it looks bigger, and it's sort of a nice background for the elves, and it makes good backgrounds for photographs.
We just had a little set. I think one of the elves has been getting into our sound here, because we all
one of the naughty elves, the Christmas elves.
Can we just double check we can hear you, Nick?
Oh, that would be Iche. She's
mischievous.
Iche's a bit mischievous, so it might
Tell
be
me,
her.
Nick, one of the fascinating things about this, and people will be sitting at home watching, saying, and clearly you enjoy their company, but what have the elves brought you that you're not getting from some human companions?
Well, they're here, basically, Ben. They're always here.
So were you quite lonely then, Nick? Did you? I mean, is the point that actually you were quite happy on your own and you didn't have a lot of friends, and actually this has been a sort of way of creating a surrogate family?
I have friends, but I quite like my own space. In fact, I like my own space a lot, and I enjoy their company, because they're there. I don't do the psycho thing, and I don't sit there and have conversations with them. But if for instance, I trip Farish is sitting there, and when I walk past, I sometimes catch her feet, and I say, "Oh, sorry," and things like that. So you do anthropomorphise them a fair bit, obviously, because it gives them all personalities and a presence. And that's what you want. But other than that, they don't interfere with your daily life.
Well, I was going to ask you about your daily life, actually, Nick. So how do you function, and what do you do? And do you have a set routine that you do every day with them?
Not with them particularly, per se, because I have lots of daily routines, because I still work part-time. And there's just the general sort of day-to-day running of the house, because I'm on my own. It's the house needs looking after, it needs repairs, the garden needs doing. Since I've been here, I've built a shed, a workshop, a porch. I've had a conservatory built on the back, a new bathroom, done all the insulation in the ceilings, had a new roof, had solar panel.
So
the list goes on.
Yeah, we saw a little picture, I think, you and Iche. Iche's the one that you take to bed with you, and I think one of the things that people...
This one, yeah.
That one there. But one of the things that people will be wondering is whether the relationship you have with the dolls is more physical as well, but that's not the case, is it?
No. I mean, all I have, because I mean, she's wearing more clothes than most women do. But no, just cuddle. They're nice to cuddle. It's better than the sadness of just cuddling a pillow, isn't it? And the lovely thing is that they actually warm up, and because they've got metal skeletons, they actually retain the warmth. So as long as they've got the bed covers on them, you can get out and potter around for a bit, come back to bed. and they're still lovely and warm. And of course, they're not hot or anything like that. They're human warmth.
And what do your friends or family make of this, Nick? And have you had much negativity or criticism about it?
No, actually, strangely enough. Some people, obviously, strange people, strangers to the house, I should say, come in and sometimes they're a little bit shocked, especially when they see Kavina, because she's so tall, you know. she can be a bit scary, which was the idea. But normally people just say, you know, they're a little bit fascinated by them, you know. It's surprising how many people come out of the woodwork about how they like sort of Lord of the Rings and elves and all that sort of thing. I've got people across the road, they're into the Lord of the Rings, and I've got people next door but one, they're into dragons, you know. So it's surprising how it draws people out, and generally speaking, people just find them beautiful. I did take Sorcha to have her wig done one time in the city centre in Birmingham. And it was a place where ladies who have cancer have wigs, you know, when their hair falls out. And I took her in there in a nice little black dress, and she was all done up and everything. And without fail, every single one of them wanted to see what her boobs were like.
Wow.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone's intrigued everyone's intrigued by the anatomy of these dolls and also your relationship with them, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, most people don't really ask about the relationship with them. I think a lot of people obviously make assumptions, but generally speaking, they don't ask.
So will you be having Christmas at home with all 4 ladies?
Yes, I will, yes.
Excellent.
And have you bought them presents, Nick? Do you do things like that? Or is there Christmas outfits?
Ironically, I don't really. I like to build them stuff or whatever. But ironically, this year, this Kavina's already wearing her new under costume. That'll be modified when as time goes on. And I've just bought Sorcha a new under costume as well. But it's more complete than I normally have, because I normally modify other clothing to suit you know, for their costumes.
Yeah, amazing. Nick, it's been absolutely fascinating. Thank you for giving us a little insight into life at home with you and your 4 elves. They are extraordinary creatures, aren't they? They really are.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I love them.
That's apparent.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nick, for chatting to us this morning, and we wish you all a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, have a fab Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and you.
Our pleasure.
Look forward to seeing you on TV, Ben.
Oh, I'm right here now, Nick. Have a lovely Christmas. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.
Now, it's an unbelievable story which made headlines around the world. Last month, GP Thomas Kwan was jailed for 31 years and 5 months for attempting to kill his mum's partner in a row over inheritance.
It is like something out of a movie. Kwan was posing as a community nurse administering a COVID jab when he injected Patrick O'Hara with poison, leading to life-changing injuries.
Well, thankfully, Patrick survived and joins us today to tell us all about his story for the very first time. Good morning,
Good morning.
Patrick.
Good morning.
It's the most incredible story that's so unbelievable. Let's start, first of all, with your relationship with Jenny. How did you meet?
Well, we met, I'd lost my job and everything else, you know, and I'd been at the job about nearly 30 years and everything else. And obviously I had to get money to pay for the mortgage and everything. So my brother, who had worked at Marks & Spencer's, Billy, he got us a job working on the late shift and everything else, you know. And Jenny started the same day as me, you know. And I was working in the back of Marks & Spencer's. So she was doing the shelves when she moved on to the shop floor and everything else, on the tills and all that. But now I got a section manager's job of working at the night time, you know, from 5 o'clock to 10. and we just like smiled at each other as we were walking through and talking. And when I got another job, and it was the last week that I got a job, she asked us if I wanted to go out, and I said yes, you know, because I don't know, it was midlife crisis, losing the job, the kudos of losing my job, and the daughters were at university and everything else, and everything just seemed to be on top of us, you know, and this was like just a thing that happened.
And you were together for a long time.
We were together for 23 years.
Yeah.
You know?
So you were in a relationship with Jenny. You've been together for a very long time, and she had this son, obviously from a previous relationship. What was your relationship like with Thomas Kwan?
Well, we're really like strangers.
It wasn't really in your lives at all?
No, never, you know. And Jenny, they were strange as well, because it was always about money and different things. Where he wanted his mum to give him more money in different things like that, you know.
So he was constantly on at his mum to give him money.
And when she didn't give him anything, he wouldn't speak to her or anything else, you know.
But he was a GP.
He was a GP. He was at boarding school till he was 14. When he was 14, you know. But I always remember he'd said to his mum had told us that, "Mum, you've sent us to hell here," you know. But
so
boarding schools, I didn't think he'd. Then he was at Newcastle University, trained his 5 years as a doctor. Then he was going to. And his last year, he was going to leave because he met this older woman, and she seemed to turn his head. When Jenny come from Hong Kong and stayed with him and got him over that and everything else, you know. When he had a practice in Sunderland, when he had a major practice.
So he was doing well?
Yeah, he was doing brilliant.
You know, he was affluent,
I know he's
well respected in the community.
He invested in properties and different things.
So he was doing all right?
Yeah, he was doing more all right there, Ben. He was doing more all right.
So what was the catalyst for this then? Was it the inheritance?
Well, he thought he should because in China, always was, you only had the one child with the Mao Zedong thing. And then he thought being the eldest, he lived in this country for years, that was it, the eldest son got everything. But when his dad died, the middle son got quite a bit.
Right.
The poor daughter, she only got 10%, and the rest of you got 45, whatever it was, you know, and he didn't like that, you know. Then he left the ex-husband who had died, left the flat in Hong Kong to Jenny, you know, when she sold it and everything else, you know.
So he was cross about what had happened previously. And then suddenly he saw you, and I know that she changed her will and you were going to benefit a little bit as well, weren't you?
No, I wasn't going to. The only thing I was going to benefit, if Jenny died, I could still live in the house.
Right.
And when I died, everything went to him,
anyway.
You know.
But so clearly there is an issue with him and what he feels like he's been wronged with his mum and this inheritance from his father and all that sort of stuff.
And that must have built up all over the years with him and everything else, you know. Then he asked that would he transfer all her money and he would look after it, but she couldn't trust him, you know, from previous things that he did, you know, which is a bit too long in the short space of time we've got. But what had happened was he kept on ringing her and texting her, and she would come off the phone and she would be upset. Yeah. And I says, Jenny, I says, we can't have this all the time. So I says, block him.
Yeah.
I says, block him. So that lasted for a few months. Then one day he come to the house about 9:30 and I opened the door and it was him. And I says, what do you want, Thomas? He says, I want to see my mum. So I shouted up at Jenny, and she, Thomas, do you want to see him? She said, no. And the next thing he pushed us through the door and went upstairs. Then there's a couple of minutes they were talking all right, and all of a sudden they started Chinese shouting, and I said to Jenny, I says, do you want him to stay? He says, no, I want you to go. So I says, Thomas, your mum wants you to go, can you leave? So I asked him twice, and I had to say, if you don't go, Thomas, I have to phone the police. And he just shrugged his shoulders, so I phoned the police in front of him, and about 20 minutes later, the police come, took him down the stairs. I always remember this. He said, do you know I'm a GP? So that was going to be a thing, so we took him into the kitchen. Then they took me and Jenny into the living room, and the older policeman said, we can charge him for assaulting you, Mr. O'Hara, like stalking you, Jenny, and something else. And we said, oh, no, we don't want him charged because we might lose his licence, his doctor's licence, so we don't want that. And she's just doing him.
So she was protecting him even though he'd still into the house?
Yeah, and then he says, oh, we'll just caution him. So that was that.
Yeah, but then it all escalated
Yeah, after
again
that-
because essentially you received a letter from the NHS.
Yeah, it was on November the 7th. I received a letter with my NHS saying, you've been chosen because, you know...
For COVID, yeah.
It was like, you know, there was a lot of stories about pensioners blocking the beds with COVID and cold and everything else. And he says, you've been chosen to get your blood tested and other stuff and to have a COVID booster jab because it'll stop you going into the hospital to block it, you know. So I says, oh, well, that's a good idea. And even his mum says, oh, why wasn't that picked as well? I says, well, I just don't know. I says, you know, then on January the 4th, I got another letter with NHS heading on it and everything else, looking, and it was signed by Miss Del Patel, I don't know what it was, and saying, oh, well, I've got, can you make an appointment on January the 22nd to have this checked over and get the COVID booster? So I says, okay, so what happened? Yeah, so when he sent that, then
But it all seemed legit. Here's the thing, right? It all seemed legitimate at the time. It was working with the news. You were talking to Jenny. At no point did you think there was any suspicion.
No, I thought everything, you know, because the way things were going with COVID and everything else, and I'd always get the flu booster and the COVID and everything.
From the NHS.
And I'd already had that in October.
So he sent you this letter. You've agreed to have this appointment, and then suddenly this nurse turns up at your house.
Yeah. Well, I got a text the night before to say, because what he said was on that letter is, if you can't make that week, any day that week would do, because now I know that he'd put a week's holiday in a few weeks before to make sure that I was
could
there.
come and give it to you that week.
You know, so I got a text on the Sunday, and I was expecting 9:30. Opened the door, there he was, but he was covered. He had because he was bald, he was 6 foot odd. He had like a combat commando hat, woolly hat. He had tinted glasses, yellow. Then he had a mask, medical mask on his face.
So he had a mask on as well. So the reality is, I mean, that's a sort of a...
No, that you see that picture there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his disguise that asked for his identity.
When you asked for his ID, that was the disguise.
That was his disguise. He was showing... My friends think he would look like Inspector Clouseau.
He does a bit, doesn't he?
So he had the mask, and all he had was this little gap here, which he had darkened his skin there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when he come in, he done a question, like a medical question about your heart, so I done all that.
He knew what he was doing.
When he took two from left and right blood samples, then a urine sample. But his mum had asked him, the night before, she says, can you ask him if he'll do me blood pressure? I says, well, I'll ask him, I don't know if he will, like, you know, I think it is. So she was upstairs, so he done mine, and I says, can you do me partners, you know? Not thinking that he was the son, you know, she says, can you do me partners?
And you still didn't, she didn't recognise
When she come down, and we're just sitting here from here to here, but he done the blood test, and he said, oh, it was high, because she was on blood pressure tablets. But I didn't realise she'd taken herself off him because she'd got a terrible rash. When I says, Jenny, I says, you'll have to go back. I says, because you know, you could have a stroke or a heart attack or something like that. You know, it's better to have a rash than have you know.
So then he injected you, and
when Jenny went back upstairs, he says, I'll give you a COVID test. And I says, well, I had just had one. He says, oh, well, this is a booster because COVID wanes, the injection wanes. So I just turned away when he put the needle. Undescribable.
The pain as soon as he injected you.
So, you know, like I say, when he put all his stuff in, went to the house, Jenny come down, said, oh, he's the same height as, he looked the same height as my son. So I went out the door after him to see if I could unmask him, but he was away.
Were you suspicious when she said that?
Straight away, because Ben, the only person I've never, you know, just an ordinary person, never had any problems, you know, have arguments, but not when he was the only one that could have done something like take blood and everything else, and he was the only one I've had an altercation with all the years, you know. So
suddenly you were suspicious. So what had he injected you with?
Well, at the time we didn't know. So what had happened was, I went with doctors. And I think I've seen the picture, the first one, the blisters. But the receptionist says, oh, we've got no appointment. I can see a nurse in 2.5. So I had to go back home. It was only 5 minutes because we lived in the centre of Newcastle. And come back. And they said, oh, come back at 12:15. So when I went upstairs to see the nurse, they thought it was sepsis. She thought, so we got a doctor. And they said, oh, well, we'll send you straight back up. She says, we'll get an ambulance. I says, well, it'd be quicker if I just walk up. If I just walked up.
Yeah.
Then she went straight through, and I was telling a male nurse, I was telling him the story, and he thought it was a local nurse or something, subcontractor, trying to kill pensioners off or do something. Whatever he thought. So it was a male nurse that actually phoned the police. And when the consultants were looking at my arm, wondering what it was, because it was spreading, the police come and they took photos. And the next thing I know, I was having an X-ray on my arm. And the next thing I knew, I was in intensive care after they operated on my arm.
Wow.
So I had about 3 or 4 operations in that week, you know. So it was like anaesthetic. And I remember the third day, the police come in, the interview us and everything else. And the funny thing was, well, this is my sense of humour, I suppose. They said, oh, have you got any suspects? You know, and I said, oh, about 500. Because I play golf at the Espresso Hub Golf Club. So we've won, because I've got other brothers that play nephews, so we've won quite a few, we always get classes. So I said, oh, I've got about 500 there, you know, it's a lovely club. And they're going to, I could tell by the expression, but we weren't too amused not to say, oh, no, I'm just joking, that's just, you know. Then I says, the only person I can think of is my partner's son, Thomas Kwan. But I says, you can't go to his house and arrest him. I says, because I don't know, he might have been working that day, so I didn't know, you know. But just, he was the only person that I could think of.
Well, look, I mean, they investigated him, arrested, and he's now in prison. 31 years is what he got.
Yeah,
I mean, and he attempted to kill you. The irony of all of this is, though, Patrick, is your relationship with Jenny was sort of coming to an end.
Yes, that's the irony, you know, because I'd been a couple of times, I went, because my ex-wife lives with my daughter and everything else, and I used to see the grandkids and that, you know, and then every time I went up there, I just couldn't get it out to ask, you know. I don't know if it was a blockage or so. That was a catalyst, you know. So poor Jenny, I had to tell her that.
But you're still good friends with Jenny. You're still on good terms.
But Jenny's moved out. She's moved back. She moved in with her daughter, living in Hong Kong.
Her son now that he tried to do this to you.
At the time, Ben, I felt really against him. But like I say, time's a great healer. And when I was lying in bed, and I just thought it's just wasted time. You know, I've got nothing about him or nothing like that. I don't hate him, but I don't. You know, it's happened, and the justice was done. You know, albeit I thought he could have had more. I know it's a long time, you know, but the way things are. But I was happy that the justice was carried out, and that's the way it should have been, you know.
Well, we're very happy that you're here telling us the story now.
Thank you for coming on the show.
I have to say, after my arm, when I got to play, because my thing was to play golf up at Scotland, because I've been doing it for 32 years, and everybody thought I couldn't do it. But we already had a substitute for this, but I managed to push myself and do all the weights for it.
To get the strength.
But the worst thing about the whole situation was after I come back from Scotland was the mental thing.
Yeah, of course.
You know, the post, because I didn't realise I had post-traumatic,
you know, of course.
But what had happened was I couldn't walk, my feet went into pain. I lost 2 stone in weight.
Oh, Patrick.
I lost my hair. You wouldn't think so, but it's going back. Then I had delirium hallucinations when I was 5 days in hospital, trying to wonder what it was and everything else. And that was the worst thing was fatigue. As soon as I got out of bed, I woke up, washed and had breakfast and I had to go back to bed. Yeah. You know, so that the mental aspect, and this is one of the things.
Tougher.
And this is one of the things, because I had to wait quite a while with this. Nothing wrong with that, NHS, but I had to wait for a psychiatric assessment and everything else, you know, just started last week. But talking to you and everything else.
Patrick,
really
hopefully you will get through that assessment, and I know your family are all rallying
around you,
and you're making the golf club.
I've got a little, my grandson Joseph, he goes to the golf when I go to the driving range to help us and everything else, and it's been absolutely marvellous.
Well, we wish you a Merry Christmas too. Enjoy it with your family.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning. Thea Erivo and Ariana Grande. There's 2 best friends from Manchester making their magical Hollywood debut.
Yes, 10-year-old Karis Mangole plays young Alphaba, while Hattie Ryan, she plays a munchkin. Good morning to both of you girls.
Morning.
Morning. Now, how long have you been mates? Because you've been mates for a very long time, haven't you?
Yeah, around 7 years. Maybe, no. Around 7 or 8 years. Yeah.
So how did this all come about? Did you both have to audition? Did you tell each other that you was auditioning? Tell me what happened.
So, I think at the time... So, first of all, we did a self-tape with us two.
Yeah.
And then I think from Karis said that she got from the self-tape, I think she got it straight away. Did you say?
But at the time it was a secret because everyone else had to get a recall.
Got
so
ya.
even though she's my best friend, I couldn't tell her.
Oh, my goodness, you had to keep that secret from each other, but you both understood.
Yeah, I didn't get it straight away. I did a self-tape like Karis, and then after the self-tape, I did an audition.
Right.
And then from the audition, I got it.
Lovely.
So tell me this, did you get to meet Cynthia and Ariana?
Yeah.
So she got to meet Ariana and I got to meet Cynthia.
What were they like?
Ariana was so pretty. She speaks really high.
Does she? Was she in a big
She's
pink
like
dress?
a princess.
I can imagine that. What was Cynthia like? Because you actually got to go and see her fly, didn't you?
Yeah, she's talked about this already, but there was one time on set and she was flying and I was just so amazed because at the time I was 8 and she's amazing. She's so brave to go up to the ceiling and fly. And they accidentally heard me in the monitor saying, wow.
Really? Did you get to fly as well?
Yeah, I did.
What was that like? Was it terrifying or was it really exciting and exhilarating?
At first, it was a bit scary because obviously you've got to get used to it. But as it went on, I got used to it and it was exciting.
I mean, what an experience. There you are there. Look at you playing young Alpha.
Gorgeous.
And then, Hattie, you played a munchkin. Yes. Did you actually get to hold Ariana's hand?
I did.
But is it also true that you actually shut down production because you wasn't very well?
Yeah.
What happened?
So, one time on set, it was quite windy and there was lots of like grit and stuff on the floor.
Yeah.
And it all flew up into my eyes and I started rubbing my eyes. And when I rubbed my eyes, because I'm ginger, I started going all red.
No.
And I started going all red and then I can't film because I'm all red, obviously. Because I wasn't red for the rest of it. Yeah, because I wasn't red for the rest of it. So I accidentally sent everybody home.
They were like, the Queen can't do it, so we have to shut down everything. Can I just say, your outfits today, very, very
Giving us
interesting.
some wicked vibes,
They're giving
right?
me some wicked vibes. And I was just wondering, have you done that TikTok yet? You know, when they go, I'm a witch and you're it. Have you done that yet?
Yeah.
Have you actually filmed it yet?
We have, yeah.
Can you do it for us?
Go on.
Because it's my favourite thing ever. Right, stand up. You got your cameras. This is your moment. Ready?
Go for it, girls.
Here we go.
Alphabet. Glinda. Alphabet. Glinda.
I'm a witch.
And I'm a witch, but which is which? Well, here's the sitch. We were roommates back at school. Alfie's our crew.
Glinda's cool.
We were strangers.
That's no lie.
But now we're besties.
Ride or die. The school we go to is called
Shiz.
I studied hard on every
Quiz.
while Glinda chases Alpha with
Riz.
and someday soon we'll meet the Wiz. Green, pick, green, pick, green, pick, stop. This song's good.
Kind of a bop.
Please, that is amazing. Please let us do this later.
Oh,
Can
we're
we
going to
do
have
it?
to try, aren't we? We've got to give it a go. I
Oh,
don't know
thank
if I'll
you
fit
so
in the pink
much.
outfit, but we'll give
You
it a go.
can fit in that pink
We'll
outfit.
have to give it a go.
Oh,
How was
thank
the
you.
premiere? Was it fun?
It was amazing. I got to meet so many stars that I didn't get to meet while filming. Everyone was just so lovely and I got to do so many interviews.
And they're so friendly to you as well, haven't they been so lovely? Look how stunning you both look.
Beautiful.
Oh, I love that.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for coming on the show today. It's been so lovely to meet you, hasn't it?
Yeah, we need to go and see the film. I'm going to watch it another 10 times. It's brilliant.
Me too.
It's amazing.
Thank you, girls.
Wicked Part 1 is out now in the cinemas. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. We can't wait for Part 2.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
All of that, though, Father Christmas and his elves might be busy in the North Pole making toys, but down in the South Pole, there's some people hard at work there too, aren't there?
Yeah, Port Lockroy is 9,000 miles away in Antarctica and is the world's most southern post office, affectionately known as the Penguin Post Office.
Oh, do you know what? This is one of my dreams to go to this place.
Yeah.
It's one of the most remote places on the planet, and employees who work there endure freezing temperatures with no running water or flushing toilet. Actually, I don't want to go.
No, you can
Change my mind.
You can pop on the ships as they go through.
Oh,
you
can
can pop
ya?
on there for a shower, apparently.
right, fair enough.
We can go live now to Antarctica to meet 3 of the people who work there. Let's chat to base leader Lou Hoskin, wildlife monitor Maggie Cole, and postmaster George Clark. Good morning, you guys.
Good
morning. Good morning. So tell us a little bit about what your jobs entail.
So we're all down here with the UK Antarctic Heritage Trust, and the main aim is to look after the buildings that are down here and showcase the human stories of Antarctica. But we also all have individual jobs within that. So I'm the base leader, Maggie is the wildlife monitor, and George is the postmaster.
So as the base leader, what do you have to do exactly?
Mostly a lot of emails, actually. So it's my job to sort of be the logistic lead for the team, making sure that we've got everything we need to be able to do our jobs properly and do our jobs well, and making sure that I organise the ship visits and, most importantly, our chance to have a shower.
Yeah.
Well, that was very on my mind, if I'm honest with you. The fact that there's no running water. So, you know, washing must be a problem. Going to the toilet must be a problem. And how often do you actually get a shower with the ships? Are you, like, negotiating with the ships? What are you doing?
So everyone down here is really, really kind to us, and I think very keen to give us a shower because we smell of penguin. But it's usually every couple of days. We have a mix of ships visiting the post office and the museum, which is really, really lovely to give people the chance to look around and see the history that we have here. And then every now and again, we go on a ship. So that's usually every 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
And Maggie, I was going to say, Maggie, you've got the best job. You're the person who has to monitor the little cute penguins. Oh, that's got to be the best job in the whole wide world.
I think so. I never thought I would say one of my jobs involved counting penguins, but here we are in Antarctica doing that. So yeah, what we do is we've got about 1,000 Gen 2 penguins on the island, so roughly 500 breeding pairs a year. And my job is to monitor them and how successful the breeding pattern is. So we look at the nests and their eggs, and we look at the chicks towards the end of the season. And once they've started crashing, they form little groups, and their parents go out to sea to get fish. So they stay together for protection, and we count the chicks once they're crashed as well. So it's just to see every year how the breeding is going. And this is part of a long-term study that's been going on since 1996. So yeah, it's a really great thing to be part of, and it's an incredible job.
Oh, and how are the penguins at the moment? Are they breeding? Are they doing well at the moment?
They're doing amazing. So we had our first egg on the 18th of November, which was one of my co-mates Dale's birthdays, and also Polar Pride. So that was a really lovely event, and we're hoping to have our first chick by Christmas, but we'll see.
What a lovely Christmas present. George, you're the postmaster there. I know there's like 18,000 postcards that go through the office. What exactly does your job entail?
Yeah, that's right. So you have a post box here. So people buy their postcards, buy their stamps, and then pop them in the box. So we get all those together. We go through them, franking the stamps, bundle them up, bag them up, and put them on ships ready to be distributed all over the world.
Wow. And did you have any prior experience of being a postmaster before?
None whatsoever. No, it's been a learning curve. So we're every day's a school day.
Yeah.
We're learning as we go.
And I'm guessing even being there is kind of a learning curve too, because you don't have any darkness at the moment, do you?
No, that's correct. Yeah, it's 24-hour sunlight at the moment, so which is great for the solar panels. Not so great for the sleeping patterns, but yeah, we're adapting.
Yeah, that's not good for your circadian rhythm at all.
No.
Do you have to stimulate nighttime then? What do you do when you want to go to sleep?
We draw the curtains at about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, so we try and simulate nighttime as much as possible, which is great. And then when we come out of our bedroom in the morning, we are blinded by the light. So yeah.
Oh, it's lovely.
I mean, it is incredibly remote, but you do actually get to meet quite a few people, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We have cruise ships come by every kind of couple of days. And we have lots of visitors visiting us. We've got a museum here, so they get to learn all about the history of the place. And we also have our online, we have our shop on board sometimes, or we have people visit and we have a shop here. All the money goes towards the charity, so it's a really fantastic cause. We also have an online shop, so if you are looking to get your Christmas presents sorted, you're welcome to go and have a look at our online shop as well.
Oh, you're going to have such a lovely Christmas. Imagine waking up on Christmas Day seeing the penguins. Is there any way we could actually have a look outside right now and see if we can see any penguins?
Yeah, we can give it a go.
Oh, go on.
Here we
Let's go.
go.
Oh, excited.
Come on, George, take us out there. Let's have a
Don't
little
disappoint
look.
us. Don't disappoint. We want to see penguins. Let's have a look.
There we go. Can you see it?
Oh, it's beautiful. There they are. Oh,
So where's
love
the penguins?
this.
There we go.
Oh, look at them.
So we have to stay 5 metres away from the penguins, but you should be able to see some in the background.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a lovely life you're living. What
It's
a
not
lovely
bad.
life. I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah, it's so funny because they call it the little white voice that draws you back there. Do you feel that, George?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think I'm going to miss this place when we leave. So, yeah, we're all really fond of it.
Well, listen, Lou, Maggie and George, have a wonderful Christmas.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for introducing us to the penguins and enjoy your time at the post office.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much.
See you
Thank
later.
you
Bye,
so much.
girls. Bye.
Bye.
Aw.
That was, I
wanna
feel
go.
really
Do you wanna
Christmassy
go?
now. Yes.
I really want to go there. That would be amazing.
It'd be
but I only want to go for a day.
So you don't have to do a shower.
I really
shit.
want to go. Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Well, to tell us all about it, we can go live to Billy and Susan in Shetland. Good morning, guys. Wow, it looks
Good morning.
absolutely beautiful there. It looks like the first scene from the documentary.
It's very similar this morning. We've got a lovely morning. It's calm weather. It's well, it rained for a moment, but it's dried up again. No, we've got a super morning up here today.
And that was one of the reasons you moved to Shetland, was really kind of for a better life, for a more peaceful, a slower pace. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I was brought up in Shetland. I left when I was 17, but me and Susan used to come up for holidays, and we loved the place. We loved the peace and quiet. We loved the tranquility. And we had pretty busy lives in Aberdeen and busy jobs, lots of hours being worked, and we just thought, you know what, it's time to slow down and go back and enjoy the peace and quiet that Shetland has to offer.
And it looks... Yeah, I mean, even that fair old sweater's doing the job for me. You're looking absolutely smashing this morning.
Ravishing.
Now, take us back to the beginning. So, you know, you're doing your thing and you're enjoying your life, and then one day this otter Molly just turns up on your doorstep.
Yeah, I was looking out the window one day. It was a day like this, and I could see this otter fishing in the sea in front of the house, and I thought, it was curiosity got the better of me, and I wondered how close I could get to this wild otter, because the truth is, you can't really get close to them. So when the otter was down fishing, I ran down the pontoon, sat down, hoping that it would come out and appear out of the water at the same spot, which it did. It never saw me. It just sat there and ate this crab, and then halfway through it turned and looked me straight in the eye for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then it just went back to eating its crab. I think that was the moment that I realised this was not a normal situation, because otters would normally run away pretty quickly.
And then how did the relationship progress? Because then you started feeding Molly a little bit more, and the lady has very expensive tastes, I heard. She particularly likes salmon. And then what happened next?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when I looked at her, it became very apparent that she was really, really thin. I mean, she was skin and bone, and you could see the skin hanging off her and her bones sticking out. So I thought, you know what? She had a sparkle in her eye. She looked healthy, but just very, very hungry. And so I thought, well, I'll feed her. That's pretty easy. So I went and got some fish, and I put it in a box on the pontoon, just in a box so the seagulls couldn't get it. The fish disappeared, so I went out and put some more the next day. That disappeared until eventually one day I was putting the fish out just as Molly came out of the water, and she caught me. And I think that was the moment when she realised what the source of the fish actually was. And And yeah, that's when I guess the kind of special relationship started.
And yet, all the way through this, you're acutely aware that this is a wild animal, and obviously we love to anthropomorphise animals, and otters are so beautiful, aren't they? So it was very important for you to keep that distance to a point, right?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm still acutely aware that it's a wild animal, and very, very protective of fingers or anything that happens to be on the go if she happens to be around. She doesn't come around as much now as she used to, but yeah, when she was young, you just had to remember she's a wild animal, but there's another side to it. We never wanted to domesticate her, and so we did our best to try and keep that boundary and let her live in the wild. And she does. We see her regularly going past, living her best life with her wild otter friends.
Bozo as well. Susan, how was it watching this relationship develop for you? Because you also say about there was a smile that stayed on his face when Molly came by, and when Molly came to visit, Billy's whole demeanour changed. So that must have been nice for you to see that relationship.
Completely. When we moved back up here, we were building an extension on our house. We were building a shed. Billy's father had passed away. COVID came. Billy's mum died. We came up here for a quieter life, but for those first 3 years, it was anything but quiet. And then she was the best thing to call her was a breath of fresh air. When she arrived and was looking for Billy particularly, she wasn't never that keen when I went out, because I would quite often get her into trouble. But, you know, she just was always looking for him. And, yeah, it was a beautiful relationship to watch. And she was just a complete and utter distraction. If it was for 5 minutes or 20 minutes, she was just a lovely, lovely distraction.
Yeah. Wonderful. Just looking at pictures now. How did the film come about?
Well, a friend, Bruce, was here helping me to get the extension ready to build. We were knocking down old buildings and stuff. And this otter turned up right at our feet, and he said, "What the heck is going on here?" And so I explained the story. I said, "Oh, this is Molly." Told him the background to it. And he had a friend called Charlie, who was Charlie Hamilton James, and he was the director of the film. He said, "My friend Charlie would love to see this." And I said, "That's fine, bring him up." So Charlie came up, had a look, took some photos, took some underwater photos, and then came back a second time, and then he phoned us up and said, "Guys, can we make a film about this?" And that was the starting point, really, of the whole filming process.
Yeah, and we didn't know who Charlie was at that time. We had no idea what Charlie did. He was a friend of Bruce's. That's all we knew. Yeah. So.
And then you've made this beautiful documentary. It really is a celebration of humanity and animals and nature, everything. And you're also up for awards. So I know you were up against Will Ferrell and Steve Martin, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of complete nowhere. Steve Martin did win, but just to be nominated in the same category as them was fantastic.
And just lastly, Billy and Molly, what would you want people? Billy, what would you want people to take from this? I guess for you, it's an appreciation of nature, is it?
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things that stand out for me when I watch the film, and we still watch it, we still love it. I think, for me, an appreciation of nature and the fact that you can intervene, you can help, and you can make a difference. You don't have to be a wildlife expert or an animal expert. You can help wildlife just by putting out food in the winter, or if you see an animal that's hurting or dying, go and see if you can do something to help. Protect your fingers, of course. And I think the second thing for me is love and compassion. You know, the film speaks of that a lot, and I think in a world where everything's going crazy and there's such a lack of love and compassion, then it would be lovely for me if people just learn to show a little bit more about that. That's a nice message to come across, I think, for me anyway.
Thanks,
well
Billy and
said.
Susan. So
well
nice.
said. It's an absolutely beautiful film. Absolutely beautiful celebration of nature.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.